Hello everyone, this is Saving with Sam. My name is Samantha, but you can call me Sam. Thank you so much for all of the birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. But when I got home, I found that I had some mail addressed to me. And in one of those envelopes, I found none other than a boarding pass to where? To Farm Island. Stick around today's video to see what all this is about. Thanks for watching. Truly love Income's Babe's Build-A-Farm challenges. Well, since I am a VIP Farm Squad member, whatever you want to call it, I received some mail about this very exciting savings challenge. I cannot wait. When I saw GB's video about this announcement, I couldn't start downloading things fast enough. So, like I said, I do have my Build-A-Farm binder, and I now have my Farm Island binder. So I have two binders going. I thought when I first saw the announcement about Farm Island, I thought, okay, great, I'd be putting this on hold. That is not the case. I'm gonna kind of be doing these in tandem, which is perfectly fine. I have a boarding pass. The savings challenge is a 30-day savings challenge for the month of May. Some of the things that I've received, I got a 30-day itinerary. So this is what I'll be working on this month. For weeks 1 and 2, they have the exact same tasks. So in my Farm Island binder, I have the Pug Mugs Cafe, and so what you do is you roll a dice and then you pay that price. But if you roll a 5, then you get 5,000 free Farmolians. So that's kind of like the currency that we'll be working towards. Another thing I've received is my room key, the Pug Resort Luxury Villas. So this is my room key. I thought that was so cute. She has such great attention to detail, like the little things. I absolutely love it. That's why I love this challenge so much. So that is task 1. I need to work on going to the Pug's Mug Cafe and getting these coffees. So task 2 is the Barn Master. So next page. This is the Barn Master. So I need to roll dice to couple up, meaning I need to figure out what animal I'll be teaming up with. So if I were to roll a dice, and let me find one real quick. All right, so I have my dice in my makeshift dice tray. So I'm going to roll my dice to figure out what animal I am pairing up with. And I got a 2. So let's get this challenge out of here. So looking at the dice, 2 is the chicken. So what I'm going to do is just kind of mark it off so I remember, because knowing me, I'm not going to remember what animal I paired up with. So I'm going to pair up with the chicken for this challenge. So with the chicken, I know that the chicken eats corn because that's the little icon. So what I'm going to do is go into my original Build-A-Farm, and I need to find the corn. Right? Yeah, corn. So I did put these in alphabetical order, so you think I know how to... Okay, right here. So also knowing that I need to feed corn, I will pay $1 each time I feed my chicken, but every time I feed my chicken, I need to feed it 2 corn. So every time I feed it, I need to grow 2 corn. So let's do that. I'm going to initially pay $1. Well, before I get 2 ahead of myself, I'll just continue talking about this challenge, and then we'll get into the actual saving. So I know that I've picked out my animal, and I'm just going to keep these cards, honestly, together in this binder, just so I don't have to keep going back and forth too much. So my next task that I'll be looking at is the farmer's market. So when I'm growing different crops, because I'm not always going to, grow corn every time, because I have my cards, I'm going to use them every time I draw like a crop card. That's what I'm going to save. So in the farmer's market, here's my little stand. So I would be drawing a card. For example, we're not gonna, you know, get too ahead of ourselves. Let's say I chose tomatoes. So in here, I would then need to roll a dice to see how many tomatoes I'm saving. So if I were to do that quickly, just up here, I got a 1, which isn't great for saving, but that's fine. I would write 1 on the tomato spot and stuff that $1 into this envelope. But what I would also do is go into my Build-A-Farm binder, and I would find tomatoes, and then I would color in that 1 tomato, or however many I rolled to save. That way it keeps track how many crops I grew and that sort of thing. It's quite a lot to do, but that's why I have this notebook that I will be keeping track as sort of like a daily log kind of thing. So I'll be sure to set that up before we start saving. So now the fourth and final task of this week will be the weekly board, and that's essentially converting all of the tasks that I completed into what's called farmolians. So GB kindly created these farmolians, so I just have them back here in the back of my binder, and this is what I'll be kind of collecting as I progress. So there's 100s, there's 200s, and then there's 500s. So I just have a few of those printed off as I save. And essentially, your purpose for saving those farmolians and to complete your weekly tasks is to earn a chance to enter into the raffle. So because I am a VIP Farm Squad member, I did receive a free raffle ticket right away. But if you do not have, you know, if you're not a VIP member, technically you can earn a spot. So you need to complete your weekly tasks in order to receive an entry. And the main prize, the grand prize, is 25,000 farmolians, but actually it's $25 for an Amazon gift card. Or I believe GB said that she'd also be willing to send like $25 PayPal if you're not interested in the Amazon card. So that is super awesome that there's like an actual like physical prize. I mean, don't get me wrong, the actual prize is that you're saving money, and that's great. And that's my purpose for using these challenges, is to save money. Alright, so what I'm doing is creating this little log. So my first task, well, technically it's week 1, day 1. My first task is the Pugs Mug Cafe. So I'll write whatever I roll, as well as how much farmolians that it's going to convert to, just so I could add it up in the end, and then we're good to go. Alright, so I'm a bit more organized. So for this challenge, what I'm going to do is I have a $20 bill here, and I don't really have a way to break it down necessarily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my $20, this is video proof that I'm saving this $20, I'm going to put it in the very back of this binder, in this envelope. That's where I'll be putting like my big bills. So I'm saving these $20 to make sure, or for a way that I can save them in like different challenges and different spots. What I went ahead and did was make my own prop money for Build-A-Farm. So this is not released by GB or anything. This is my creation. This is what I'm doing just to make it easier for me. So I have some $1 bills that look a little like farm themed, that sort of thing. And then I also made 5s if I need to condense. So that's what I'll be using in these various envelopes, just to make it a little easier on myself. Let me make sure that I have 20. I'll set aside 20 for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Perfect. So I'm going to put that one off to the side. I'll just put it there. So I know that that's just for condensing. Those are extras. So this is the 20 Build-A-Farm dollars that I'll be saving with. So for week 1, task 1 is the Pugs Mug Cafe. And I'm going to make sure that I write it in my log, because I've done this once before and I completely forgot, so then I had to do it all over because I got all sorts of messed up. So I'm going to take out my challenge, and I need my dice tray. So hopefully we get a 5, but if not, that's not the end of the world, because we're saving money. Oh my gosh. Okay, I didn't think I would get it. So 5 is free. You don't need to pay for the coffee, and you get 5,000 Farmolians. So I was not expecting that. I'm so excited. So I'm going to make sure I write in my logbook so I don't forget that my roll was an actual 5, and that means I receive my fancy smancy free 5,000 Farmolians. That's crazy. I think I'm gonna have to print off more money, but we'll see. So I put that in my logbook. So that's for today's. Next on my itinerary, what I need to do is the Barn Master. So I'm just gonna set this aside. Oh, wait, no, never mind, it's free. I was like, oh wait, I need to put money aside. No, I don't. It was free. Duh. Oh my gosh. Come on, Sam, you can do it. Eventually, you know, it's slow going. There's a lot to, you know, process, but I'll get the hang of it eventually. So I'm done with the Pug Mug Cafe. All right, Barn Master. And so I already determined that I'm paired up with the chicken. So let's open her up. All right, paired with the chicken. So in order to feed my chicken, I need to grow 2 corn. So, I don't really have like a yellow, but I do have a green. So I'm going to take $2 from my 20. And I'm going to color in my 2 corn. This is so exciting. I love this challenge. I literally can't wait. So there's my 2 corn. So I need to feed my chicken, and that's gonna cost me $1. Whatever, any sort of movement, or I don't know, whatever you want to call it, a task, you need to pay at least $1. So to feed my chicken, I need to pay $1. I'm gonna color in my chicken. I'm just gonna color it orange, because that's kind of brownish. That's like a semi-real color of a chicken. All right. So I have $3. I have 2 for growing the corn, 1 for feeding the chicken. So I think what I'm going to do is, do you get Farmolians from this? I think so. You would have to. It's the whole task. So let me make sure I write it in my logbook. I just double checked just to make sure I was doing this right. And what I also need to do is, there's one more step. So every time I feed my chicken for this Barn Master task, it should cost me $4. And that's because I need to grow an egg, or not grow, produce an egg. So essentially I need to pay $4 for each one. And I'm going to make sure that I add the egg into my inventory to make sure that I'm remembering to actually, like, you know, that I have an egg. So if I make recipes and that sort of thing, dishes, I know that I have an egg in my inventory. So to make it a little bit easier on myself, I'm going to make sure that I add my egg, or my chicken egg card in with this challenge. So I have my chicken, the corn, and the egg. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just double checking to make sure I have my proper money allowed. And I did add that to my bookkeeping of my farm island. I said that for the Barn Master, I fed my chicken to corn, and that gave me an egg. So I paid $4 for this. That equals to 4,000 Farmolians. Next up on my itinerary is, if I remember right, yeah, the farmer's market. So this is a little exciting. This is where it really, like, stuff can hit the fan, you know. So with the farmer's market, I need a dice in my card. So I'm gonna do a quick shuffle of my cards, and then that's how it's gonna be, I think, for the rest of the time. So here's my cards, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shift, leave that there. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. So I need to, well, first what I'm gonna do is roll my dice to see how many of that crop I'm going to grow. 5. So I need to draw from my cards. Hopefully it's a crop. Sometimes it's not, but that's fine. Sometimes that's just how it is. So I'm going to draw, and I got bananas. All right, so I'm going to make sure, I'm going to put that one there so I know I did complete that. So for bananas, I need to write 5. So what I'm going to do, just kind of stuff, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Instead of stuffing 5 ones, I'm going to exchange that for this 5 placeholder. Then I need to remember that I need in my, oh, I flipped right to it, my Build a Farm binder, that I need to actually write down that I grew 5 bananas. That's awesome. I wish I had a yellow, but I don't. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's awesome. And I gotta write that in my logbook so I remember, because I've messed this up so many times. So this is Farmer's Market. And I rolled banana for 5. And each dollar that I save is 1,000 Farmolians. So I'm going to put that I earned 5,000 Farmolians. Great, this is adding up quick. So because I still have quite a bit of extra cash, I'm going to keep going with my farmer's market. So once again, I need to roll my dice. No, that wasn't good enough. 3, okay. And then draw a card, and I got tomatoes. So on my tomatoes, I need to put 3, and after each week, this will reset, so I'll wipe it clean. That's why it's nice to have a little log to keep track of your activity. So there's my 3, and I need to find my tomatoes. Where am I going? What am I doing? I was looking for mangoes for a second. What am I doing? Tomatoes! There we go. And how many did I grow? 3. So there's 1. Oh, this is a nice Sharpie. There's my 3 tomatoes that I've grown. So yes, it's a lot of like going back and forth, but it's all just to keep track, stay organized, that sort of thing. So make sure I'll add that to my logbook right away so I don't forget. 3, which is $3, which is equivalent to 3,000 Farmolians. All right, making progress. And we still have a bunch of cash, so we're just gonna keep going. And hopefully we don't get like a weird card. 3 again, okay. And I think what I'm going to do is, because how many ones do I have? 1, 2, 3, I have 6. I'm going to switch that out just to make it a little bit easier. So, oh, I need to draw my card, duh. I'm like, what crap am I doing? Oh, thank gosh. Okay, blueberries. And that was 3. Perfect. So I'll be right back and make sure that's all logged and ready to go. All right, I'm back. I colored in my 3 blueberries to show that I've grown them. and added them to my little bookkeeping book here. So put that there to know I've done that. And I still have a bunch of cash. Honestly, I'm kind of hoping that I get a... Ooh, make wool. Okay. Alright, that shouldn't be too bad. So I'm going to put that there. So in order to make wool, I need to feed some sheep. So in my binder, we got to find my animals. So, yeah, I think they're all in here. So I need my sheep. I need some sheep. Here's sheep. So to feed a sheep, I need 2 tomatoes, and that will get me 1 wool. So I need my tomatoes. Now, I sold my tomatoes on the farmer's market, so I don't have those in my inventory. So I need to grow completely new tomatoes. So I need tomatoes. Where to go? Where to go? There we go. Here's my tomatoes. So to feed a sheep, 2 tomatoes, and that will give me 1 wool. So when I feed a sheep, whenever I feed an animal, it costs me $1. I need to grow 2 tomatoes. So 1, 2. I'll make sure I grab my $2. All right. So I fed my sheep 2 tomatoes, and that's going to give me 1 wool. So I need to make sure I document that I fed a sheep. We're just gonna color this orange. So I fed my sheep 2 tomatoes, and I get 1 wool. Where's the... Oh, that's right. It's not in with the animals. It's in with my little animal products. So here's my wool. What color should we do? Let's make it pink. That's kind of fun. So there's my pink wool that I made. So let me get all that put back in order. All right, so I got my kind of cards put back in order. So there's my, oh, did I not grab? Did I not grab? Apparently I didn't. We'll make sure, I'll double check just to make sure, because I'm pretty sure I grabbed the one, but maybe I didn't. So here's my $4 to document that I made my wool. And make sure to convert that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, not 2. There's my 5. And with the whole farmer's market, it's technically all about crops. So even though I drew make a wool card while I was doing farmer's market, I don't think I get any farmolians for doing that. But I'm still going to add that into my logbook to make sure that I document where my money's going. So make wool. So I need to grow 2 tomatoes and feed sheep. And that cost me $4. And I'm just going to make, I'll leave it blank for now, but I'm pretty sure they don't count. It's only the tasks in the itinerary where you actually earn farmolians, and the farmer's market is technically just crops. So there's that. So I have $1 left. What am I going to do with this $1? Should I save it? Should I grow a random crop? That is the tough decision. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this $1 for next time. Why can't I open it? For next time, that way I'll have, or I'll make sure I won't have like an IOU, or at least better chances of not having an IOU, let's say. So I'm going to just put that, maybe I'll just put it like in here with the card, which reminds me that for my last task 4 here, I need to do my weekly board. So let's add up our Farmolian totals. Hopefully we reach 25,000. I don't know, it's got to be close. So as a recap, we went to the Pugs Mug Cafe. I rolled a 5, which earned me 5,000 Farmolians. Then we went to the Barn Master, where I needed to feed my chicken, and that gave me 4,000 Farmolians. And then we went to the farmer's market, and that's where a lot of our money went. So I grew 5 bananas, so that was an additional 5,000. And I grew tomatoes, 3 of them, so that gave me 3,000. And then I grew my blueberries, so that was 3,000 again, which gave me a grand total of 20,000 Farmolians. So not quite to the first goal of the weekly tasks, but that is fine. It is still progress. So I'm going to make sure I make note of my totals. Is 20,000 Farmolians. So that's where I'm starting off tomorrow. That's where I'll add. And then I gotta try and save as much as I can for this week, because then it resets, and so that would kind of stink if I worked so hard and so close to a goal and I didn't quite make it. But I'm gonna try my best and save as much as I can. I'm gonna make sure I keep track of those are the cards that I'm done with, and this is where we will start off in the next Farm Island video. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. I'm so excited to see how much this challenge will save me in the future. I can't wait to watch everyone else's videos to see the progress that they make. I just love this challenge so much, and I can't wait to see where this takes me. Again, thank you for watching, and happy saving. Bye-bye.